Alright, welcome back everybody. Soulbag Greg here. Decided to jump right into DCS World. Figured give me a little more time to get reacclimated to this. What? What? Nani? Why would you do that? Why would you do that, game? I had it all planned out and everything. Oh, I have a theory. Because my Oculus Rift here is connected to my computer, anytime I bring up DCS World, it also has the Oculus Rift software pop up, even though I'm not using it. And because I closed it earlier, it just assumed, oh, you don't want this on? Okay, we'll close out DCS World for you because you're not using it. You suck. Okay. All right, we're trying this again. Except now you have to wait just like me through the long loading screen. So I don't know how familiar anyone out there is with digital combat, with the digital combat series DCS. But this is not your arcade flight sim. This is a full-on, high-fidelity, realistic flight combat simulator. And it can be very detailed, so detailed that aircraft like the A-10C here is designed down to every nut and bolt, every switch, every toggle. The closest you can get to this thing outside of this game is being directly in the cockpit. These simulations are serious business, and I am terrible at most of them. But with just some practice, I can definitely start getting better. Just I don't put as much time as I used to in these games. I'd like to start doing it more, especially for streaming. Especially the Viper here. Viper's got some real cool stuff. They're still being worked on by the developer. I think was it Rosenbaum? I think is the software developer behind the F-16 module. I think the F-18C has gotten a lot better with their updates recently. Got a couple of Russian MiGs. But for the time being, I think we're going to set in a bit easy with the F-5. The Freedom Fighter. Only because I kind of know how to fly it, so it won't be a complete nightmare. Or maybe it will. I guess we're going to find out. It's been a while since I played this. Alright, so I actually did the... Well, let's do the cold start, taxiing and takeoff again. I need to get reacclimated with all these buttons. I have about 15 buttons on my flight stick, along with a hat. What would you just call this? I guess just a hat toggle. And then I got about, what is this, 4, 8, 16, probably about 20 buttons, plus 3 different axes on the Thrustmaster throttle I have here. And they all had buttons and stuff assigned to the HOTAS, and I don't remember what majority of them do, unfortunately. It's supposed to help make my job a lot easier, especially because I don't want to be rotating my head a whole lot trying to hit these stupid little toggles while I'm trying to do ACM, air combat maneuvering. No, I need to keep my head on a swivel. Alright, got the awkward guy face there. It's good to see you again. Alright. Cool. So if I remember correctly, we need... Ah! Okay. I don't know who programmed this particular module, but when this thing pops up, someone felt the need to put a really loud electronic sound to let you know, hey, there's a new here's some new instructions here for you. And I'm just sitting here like, what? I can't hear you. I lost my hearing because you have some really stupid loud electronic thing pop up every single time I have more instructions. Okay. So if I remember correctly, we need to turn on the battery right here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. That's not good. Oh, no. Don't tell me these things aren't set. Alright, 1 second. Let's go into the controls here. And let's make sure we have what we have connected. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Does it not recognize the controller? It should. Oh no. Only professional streams on this channel where nothing goes wrong. Okay, can I load? Can I load? No, I can't do that. Can I do anything? Access commands. Yeah, it's completely omit. It is completely omit. Wow, that's a bummer. I had everything perfectly laid out, and now it is not here. Alrighty, well, we're gonna have to make that fix. There's no way I can fly this thing on a mouse and keyboard. That's just not gonna happen. I tried it yesterday. It didn't work well. Okay. Alright. Hmm. I'd hate to exit out of this, but I gotta find out if everything's reading right. This is different. Okay. I want that as the Xbox controller. Is that something different back here? No. I can't stretch it. Alright. Alright, I gotta fiddle with some stuff in the background. Alright. Alright, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, everyone. Welcome back. I think we got our problems fixed. As you can see here, the flight sticks and throttles are now working properly. I think there was an update that on Steam recently where anything that's related to like an Xbox controller, it would be configured as such. And so I think it was hampering problems with our Thrustmaster equipment, so I had to force that stuff off. And it looks like that took care of our problem here. So, alright, let's... What? What? DCS World, what are you doing to me? You were working fine the last time I played you. Why is this happening? Come on, DCS World, you're making me look bad. I'm supposed to be a professional. Alright. Maybe it's an options thing. It probably recycles itself once you save anything in the options here. Alright, back to training. Let's relearn how to fly the F-5. Alrighty. Hello again, awkward man. Okay, that's the setting that we're going to need to assign our... I want to say that's the vertical indicator. So it's just about, I think it's at, what, -3 degrees? Alright. There we go. See, now we got stick movement. We got pedal movement. Throttle's not moving, but that's okay. We need to set that. So, there's that sound again. Alright, let's take a quick look in the controls. Because I have a lot of controls on here. So, that's the second detent. Weapon release button. Shaft flare button. Nose steering wheel, that's important. I don't want to slam into that that hanger right there in front of us. Because I've done that before. Boy howdy, have I done that before. Okay, ailerons, trim. Alright, that's communications. Kneeboard. Kneeboard, okay. What about on this side? Tack hand, okay. I'm not going to remember any of these. Flap set to aft, flap to forward, speed brake forward, speed brake aft. Landing gear up and down. Okay, flap lever, step up and step down. Okay, so up on here is the cycle, the speed brake switch. That's the wheel brake. Okay, so down is wheel brake, up is speed brake. That's the drag chute. Okay. Okay, and these two buttons I believe are all the different... Oh yeah, I'm not gonna remember any of these. I'm just gonna have to interact with this stuff on the cockpit, but we know most of our regular buttons, so I think we'll be okay. Alright, so let's pop this up, get the battery going. Left generator, right generator. And then let's get the fuel pumps. Pumping fuel into those engines. And then I think it's going to let me know about... Yep, I already did all that stuff. Okay. Alright, so now we need to let the radio crew here. Where are they? There we go. Yeah, they're over there. We need to let them know that we need to get ground air supply connected, because our fans will not turn for this particular aircraft unless we have outside air coming in, pushing those fans. Other aircraft later in the series have the capability to turn their own fans without external air or power. This aircraft is not one of them.
Chief, connect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now connected.
Alright, let's let them know that we need to get that air applied now.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Alright, so now we got the air going in. As you can see right there. RPM's going up just slightly. Alright, so now that that's past 10% RPM, we just need to hit this engine start. And then set the throttle to right alt and home. There you go. Alright, so the idle should be roughly around that red mark there. Temperature shouldn't be anywhere below that, and anywhere within that green is okay. Okay, it's within normal parameters, so we're okay on the left engine. That's the fuel consumption right there, so it's showing that we're pulling in about, what is it, 400? About 400. Left oil pressure is within normal. Hydraulic pressure is within normal. Alright. We've got the left engine going. The right engine's not going yet, so those vents aren't open. It is loud out here. Let's go back in the cockpit. Alright, now let's do the same for the other engine.
Apply ground air supply.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Alright. It's past 10% RPM, so we'll hit the right start. And then we'll get right shift home. Bring that up to idle. Okay, so we're going to start doing everything for the right side now. It's going to need to mimic these dials on the left side. That's the right engine, this is the left engine. Okay, that's looking good, that's looking good, that's looking good. Okay, those are lined up for fuel flow. See, right now I believe we have more fuel in the right tank than we do on the left wing. So we're going to have to switch that with auto balance once we get in the air. Oil pressure, right one's coming up. Those are okay. Once the oil pressure gets there, we can move on to the next step. Alright. Let's let the ground crew know that we can disconnect the ground air supply.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
Alright, we gotta check the radar system. Put it on standby. So this should be coming up, I think, within 30 seconds. Now, according to this, we do not want to have this radar going for longer than 10 minutes if we're just sitting on the ground, because it'll overheat. We want to be in the air, having this radar cool. So it's on. So let's turn that back off for now. Air brakes can be controlled by a 3-thumb position. So let's retract the air brake with left control B. And then this thing is a mouthful for its automatic wing control system. I'm not even 100% sure how it fully works, but it helps take some of the stress off of managing your flaps. So let's just get it up to the auto position by pressing F. Okay, flaps are currently showing at full. Eventually it'll show to auto. Okay, we're going to enable the pitch and yaw dampeners. So I believe that is these two over here. Yep. This is a relatively easy aircraft to get into and start up. If you compared it to, like, say, the F-14, that thing is a nightmare to start up. This thing I can pretty much start up by memory. So. Alright, since we're going to be taking off dry, we need to go to this dial here. We need to set the trim up by 6. So that way when we take off, it'll help give us some additional lift. Alright, let's set this bad boy up here. So we need to get this zeroed out, because we are not at 400 feet. Okay, so that's zeroed out. And pull this out. Okay, let's get it down to 3 degrees. So about right there, I think. Okay, we need to do the same thing here. About right there. There we go. I think that's okay. What's that noise? I hear something, I don't see it. Okay, maybe just a little bit further. A little further? I think that's okay. Maybe it's a little further up. There we go. Okay, about right there. Alright, we're ready to taxi. Oh boy. Hey. That's P-51? What's the P-51 doing here? Alright, anyway. Test our brakes. Alright, brakes work. Right. Increase RPM to 85% as they suggest. We get rolling forward. Alright, let's close the canopy. It's loud. That's much better. Alright. Alright, usually we have to request takeoff, but since this is a training, we don't have to worry about that. Let's brake a little bit. We don't want to run into this guy. Alright, let's break it, come on. There we go. I don't want a repeat of last time. I'm already on probation with the base commander. I don't need any more grief. Alright. Look both ways before crossing the street. Okay, looks like no one's going to land. If we're playing on a server, depending on the server you're playing, there's a certain level of simulation that goes into this game. You can either just do everything automated, where you can call into an ACC that's handled by like NPCs, computer characters, or you can play on a server that has fully dedicated simulated ATC staff that is controlling the areas in and around the airbase. Line here. Alright. So this right here is going to help raise our nose strut. Give you a little external view. Check this out. Alright. Let's get the radar going again. Okay, so our horizontal situation indicator, the HSI, that's this guy right here. We want a course set at 88 degrees. So let's grab this guy and let's rotate it until that right there reads 88 degrees. This is why I like having assigned buttons on my HOTAS, because my head moves around very easily on with my IR Tracker 5 setup, which makes it very frustrating when I need to adjust my instruments like this, and my head keeps moving the cursor away from it. Alright. Check for the absence of pitch value and backup artificial horizon. Alright. So... okay. I think we already did that. Yeah, we already did that. So now we need to make sure the anti-ice is off for the pilot, because we don't want it to get foggy in here. Alright, we close the canopy. This little caution light comes on anytime this canopy gets triggered, even though it's okay right now, so we'll just ignore that. Alright, according to this instructions, I should hold down the wheel brake and increase the engine RPM to 95%. The only problem is every time I do that, I start fishtailing really badly. So we're just going to ignore that. And we're just going to start off slow to make sure we're still going forward, and then crank it up to 95%. Okay, once we get at about 140 knots, we rotate. Oh, so right here. Okay. Alright, let's bring the gear up. Flaps are still down. Okay, so let's adjust the pitch. Okay. Because it wants to pull up right now, so I gotta adjust the trim. Alright. Alright, now like I mentioned earlier, we have more fuel in one wing than we do the other, as it's actually explaining up on the right hand side there. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set auto balance. So we're going to need to set it to, I believe, the left. So there we go. So this will start throwing fuel into the left wing to help balance out the aircraft. As you can see, I'm not touching the stick, but the aircraft wants to rotate to the right side because there's more weight in my right wing than there is in my left wing. Alright. Okay, so that's gonna take some time. Alright, we took off. Good job, me. Alright. So we'll end this flight here, and we'll go on to the next training. Approaches and landing. Two of the scariest things about flying is getting into the sky and then landing from the sky. Once you're in the sky, everything's great unless someone's shooting at you, but it's getting there and then coming back that's the most dangerous thing. Alright, I don't really know why that's in why that's in acrylic right there. These aren't Russian planes. Well, this isn't MiG-28, so we should be okay. Okay. Player 56, I guess that's us. All the different frequencies. I'm not going to remember any of this. So this is our approach. Make a turn on the what is it? The 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 crosswind and the downwind or something like that. I think this is the crosswind and then the down leg, the crosswind, and then the final approach, I think. Okay, so we go here and then we go all the way down to the end of the um, what is this called? Is this the taxi? What is this? The ramp, I think. I think this is the ramp. Go all the way down to the ramp and then go out a little bit right there. All right. All right, so it looks like we currently have an active pause, so that's good. We can at least learn stuff. See, landing is one of the most challenging phases of a flight. Yeah, I've crashed numerous times just trying to come back from a simple mission. I'm well aware of how dangerous it is. But I've gotten a lot better at it. Actually, thanks to this aircraft. I've paid a lot more attention to my vertical velocity when it comes to descent rates, and that's actually helped me quite a bit. I always seem to crash on an F-15, but I can land hard on an F-14. I think that's just the nature of how the landing gear is built for those two aircraft. Alright, before you land approaching into, what is that, Syntact pulley, the pressure must be set by the altimeter, or on the altimeter. Do this by rotating pressure set knob with the mouse wheel, or by pressing the left alt plus left shift plus A, which actually matters. There's so many key bindings to this game. Excuse me. Left alt is different from right alt, and left shift is different from right shift. It's crazy. Alright, so it needs to be set at roughly around 29.69 pressure. So that's this guy over here. So he's talking about this number. That's the pressure. So depending on where we're at, it'll fluctuate. And so it'll actually adjust the altitude. And if we get into an area that doesn't have the right pressure set, it's going to throw off our altitude, and suddenly we're flying into the deck because we think we got an additional 1,000 feet in cloud cover. That's happened before. So let's just bring it to... yeah, about right there. Alright. The hydraulic system is responsible for the gear extension, braking, steering, and backs up the hydraulic response. So this has to be working in order to land. And it is, so we're good there. Alright, let's see here. Landing course of 268. That is not the landing course. So let's rotate that. .268. Yeah, right there. Alright, so we need to be roughly about an airspeed of 300 knots at an altitude of 1,500 feet, approximately 3 miles. Fly over the runway, across the landing course, and begin a left turn towards the downwind leg, which is when you go across perpendicular to the runway, while keeping an altitude of 1,500 feet. Set the wing control mechanism to auto, which is just F for us, so I'm not going to worry about HOTAS buttons, just press F. Airspeed of less than 260 knots, which will be indicated by this right here. So about where that yellow mark is right there, that's about 260 knots. So once we're beyond that, it's safe for us to bring this guy down, landing gear. Otherwise, that landing gear is broken, and we are SOL. Alright. While maintaining altitude of 1,500 feet, reduce the RPM to 165 knots. Check the wings are fully extended. Turn on the landing course at an airspeed of 165 at an altitude of 1,500 feet. So that is about 165. So that's about right there. That caret right there is important because I believe that determines whether or not we're going to be falling out of the sky. Once you go beyond that, you're basically you don't have enough airspeed to maintain lift, and you're going to start falling. So roughly around there is about what we want, so we can start descending. Once the landing course start descending at a vertical speed of about 1,000 feet a minute, which is reduced by this, which is by this guy right here, I believe. No, I'm sorry. That's the accelerator limit. It's this one right here. So we want it about right there, where it shows number 1 for climbing. Once it's down past 0, we're descending. When it's above 0, we're climbing. Yep. Angle of attack should be positioned at the 3 o'clock mark. On the angle of attack indexer, a green circle should be visible, which is this right here. So when we're on the correct flight path, the middle circle would be illuminated green. If we're going too high or too fast, then a caret up here will be illuminating. If we're descending or if we're too slow, a caret down here will be illuminating. We don't want that. While punching the runway threshold, reduce the vertical speed to about 400 feet per minute, so roughly about right there. At an altitude of 20 feet, start flaring. So what it means by flare is that we're going to pull back on the stick. We're going to raise the nose up, so that way our 2 rear tires will contact the ground first. Gradually reduce RPM to idle and allow the aircraft to gently land gently with the main gear hitting about 135 knots. So about right in the middle there, roughly around the middle. Slowly, yeah. So afterwards we hit the drag chute because we don't have brakes on the second stop us in time. We have to slow down by other means in order for the brakes to work functionally. Otherwise, we're going to burn the brakes up, and we're going to, well, you just might see at the end of this video, so keep that in mind. Alright, well, let's continue and forget everything that I just said. Attention, if your fuel is if it's more than 1,000 pounds, your approach must be adjusted. So we need to increase by 1 knot per 200 pounds. If the gun is full of ammo, you need to increase the speed by another 5 knots. The aircraft is at 1,000 pounds and no gun ammunition. Alright. Use the setting index knob, you can calculate landing speed. Alright. So that's right here. Ah. So let's see, 1,000 pounds, we need to increase by 1 knot per over 1,000. So we're okay there. So we're at 100, we need to be at 145 knots. So let's bring this out at 145, so it's about the middle of here. About right there. descend along a landing course at an altitude of 1,500 feet with a vertical speed of... Okay. So let's see, right now we are climbing... Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Oh, this is not good, guys. What happened? Oh gosh, my hydraulics off, wait. We ran out of fuel. How did we run out of fuel? We just started. Okay. Alright, this is not good, guys. Emergency landing time. I don't think we're gonna make it, but... Oh gosh, how high are we? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, I don't know what the correct procedure is for emergency landings, but we're gonna do it. We have to do it. Alright, so my speed is really fast right now. Gosh, this is really bad. Alright. Alright, let's adjust our trim to compensate for this. Flaps are up. I need to keep my airspeed up. Gosh, my flaps are... Oh man, at least I still have control of my surfaces here. Alright guys, this is bad. This is bad. Alright. Yeah, thanks. I'm aware. Shush. Alright. Let's see what happens. We're starting to get slower now. Alright. Flaps. Bring the gear down. Alright, what's my... Alright, I'm descending way too fast, but I can't. I gotta do it. Oh, this is bad. Air brake. If I even have control of the air brake probably doesn't work anymore. Oh, this is bad. Okay. Oh gosh, this is bad. Oh gosh. Oh. Okay. Parachute. Oh. What the hell happened? How did I lose all that fuel? Well, we did it. It was a rough landing. I probably blew a tire, but we did it. How are we doing here? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad, huh? We're looking okay. Yeah, the tires aren't even blown. Look at that. Look at that. They got pylons there to guide me in for the correct landing. I didn't even use because I didn't have the fuel. Okay. All right. Well then, I might as well just turn this off. I mean, yeah, turn that off. Turn that off, and then turn off the battery there. And then open up the. Alright, I think we dropped the parachute. Well, mission successful. Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing. Alright. Let's jump out of that. Flight and radio navigation. This is important. These aircraft are pretty old to the point where just navigating from point A to point B can be a frustrating process. It's not like the later aircraft where you have waypoints all programmed in. There's even digital maps you can bring up. Nope. This thing is all right. Here's the radio signal. Set your bearing to this. Go this way for about 200 miles, and then hope you hit the next one. All right, so this is our flight plan here. We're going to be leaving from Sukumi here. We're going to fly, and then we're going to maintain a course at 116 degrees going in this direction. Oh. Mom and Dad's watching the stream. Oh, thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. That was scary though. I was not expecting that. That usually doesn't happen. So I think that's a. I think there's like a random chance programmed into this game where it randomly generates an error or something that may go wrong. That may go wrong uh, functionally with the aircraft, either due to equipment malfunction or in that case just no more fuel. But which is weird. I've done that. I've done that run multiple times and it was always okay. It's just that one time, just nope, no more fuel. So, but we're going to be maintaining a course of 116, about 14 miles here. I think that's what 6,000 feet, I think. And then I believe we're going to be turning here at a course of 111. And then once we reach this destination here, we're going to be coming up for a landing going here. And this is always the part that frustrates me, trying to hit that exact area. Once I can figure out how to land, what direction, then in this aircraft in particular, I can do it relatively okay. Just although in an F-15, it's a gamble. All right, so it's about 150 knots here. Over here is the Mach indicator. Uh, that is the rotation, I believe, I think, or not necessarily rotation, but the bank angle. That's the 30-degree mark in this aircraft for the horizontal indicator, horizontal situation indicator. Okay, roughly around about 5,300 feet. Okay, and so about 116 degrees is in that direction? Is that right? That doesn't seem right. That's one, oh yeah, yeah, that's right. So that's basically like, if you look at a compass here, and you see this number 12, you're really reading the first two numbers here. So it technically would be 11, and then zero point 0.6 degrees if you think about that before you hit 12. So it's 116. That's 120 right there. So right there, that little caret right there, that's 116. So that is the course we need to be on. Yep, there we go. Something else that is frustrating, um, not just in this game because it's trying to simulate it, but in real life also, is that when they tell you to fly a certain course heading, because of I forget the correct term, it's a magnetic interference, just due to the North and South Pole and how magnetism works. There's a little bit of a magnetic error that needs to be compensated for, and I think that's what this is. This is 116 right here, but I think that's the actual course we have to run. They'll explain it. So. Aircraft is located on runway 30 at the Sukumi Babashara Airfield. Is that what that is? Babashara Airfield? The main goal of this lesson is to navigate to Seneki Airfield using the TACAN navigation system. The TACAN is a navigation system using, I believe it's radio frequencies. So they'll have different areas that will be tuned to different radio frequencies, sending out signals. And if you connect to it, it'll basically act as your fixed anchor point. So you could navigate anywhere you need to without real advanced navigation tools. Alright, so we need to adjust the altimeter pressure for the area we're at. Check the airfield Q and H by opening the briefing and in the weather section. Alright, so let's do that. So under briefing. So I think they're referencing this right here. 2988. Alright, usually these frequencies are important for us to tune in, but we don't have to worry about that right now, so let's not worry about it. It's already confusing enough. I don't need to add any more layers. What? Where'd the sound go? Wasn't there sound? I thought there was sound. Huh? No, we got fuel there. Why am I not hearing anything? Did I mess up? There we go. That was weird. Alright, well let's take a look at our knee pad. I hope this is the right button. That was not it. Knee pad, here we go. Okay, so here's our flight plan. I can't seem to move said flight plan with the mouse, so. Okay, that's where we need to go. Alright, so we are at the airbase. Blah, blah, blah. I think we're at Batumi, right? Oh, no, I think we're here. Yeah, let's check this again. See, briefing. Okay, yeah, so it is this one. Tower frequency is 1.29.0 megahertz. We don't have to worry about that. Let's try and look for the page that tells us the pressure, because that's usually how you can tell when you go to these airfields. Okay, am I not seeing it? Not seeing it. What the heck? Well, I mean, that's the elevation right there. Alright, where are we at right here? I think that's correct. 2988, right? 2988. Yeah, that's it. So it's correct. So we're just a little above sea level right now. Sea level is just over there. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. Left Alt B. I think that's the thing we were looking at earlier. Yeah, that's what we were looking at earlier. Okay, yep, this is what I explained earlier. TACAN is a global network of omnidirectional radio beacons with unique frequency codes that are used by military aircraft. That's this guy down here. So we need to set the Senaki Kohler's TACAN beacon at the navigation panel. So we need to set this to 31X. So that's this guy right here. 31X, right there, boom. And we need to set the transmit and receive, so we're both simultaneously transmitting and receiving. So we want that one right there. And then we need to set this to, let's see, this is the nav mode, so we'll set it to TACAN. Okay. Okay. It's been a while since I've done this, so let's just go through the whole jargon. So that beep you heard earlier is the beacon call sign, which is controlled down here. So if it's too loud, we can just turn that thing down. Let's turn that down. Okay, did that turn down or did I turn that up? I think I might have accidentally turned that up. Yeah, let's turn it this way. Okay, there we go. So now that's not beeping in our ear for the next 20 minutes, because that'll get annoying. Oh no. It was the other way. Alright. Okay. Okay, you see that? It is now set to the correct TACAN frequency. So it is now pointing towards our point of reference. So bearing of 120 degrees, that's it right there. So if you zoom in on the airfield, we're going to use the TACAN map, F10. So that's us right there. That's the airfield. These are the different frequency points, I think. We're going to be making our flight plan all the way down to here. And that's what we want right there. Channel 31. So it is directly referencing the channel frequency that is coming from this airfield. Yeah. Obviously this is not in direct smack dab in the middle of the runway. It's offset, so alright. Center of the knob of the course point, which should point to the takeoff course, there is a vertical bar that indicates the level of course deviation. This bar is deflected to the left, indicating that our aircraft is located to the right of the course line. This can be adjusted using the CRS knob and passing over the TACAN station. In this case, you will need to come left to get on course. While flying towards the desired course, the deviation bar will move towards the center of the course line in the HSI. When the deviation bar is centered, fly along the course as set by the CRS knob. So I believe we're going to need to, I think, move this. It's going to show us how to do that, but I think that's this right here. We're going to move this over here to show that that's the actual course we need to go. And I think I realized what I did. This thing is loud, so I'm going to turn that down. That's why we're getting all that static. Okay. Squelch off. I wonder if that's what it's talking about. I don't know. It's been too long. It's been way too long. All right. So flight plan. Once airborne, follow a course, takeoff course with a 10-degree pitch. So 10 degrees. That is what? 10 degrees? Oh, 10 degrees. That's about right there for the pitch. At altitude of 6,000 feet, turn towards Sanaki at a course of 116. To make it easier, set the heading marker to 116 by rotating the heading direction guide, I'm assuming. So that's this boy, this bad boy right here. Let's rotate it. This would be a lot faster if I remember the HOTAS I set up on my flight stick, but I don't. So I guess I'm doing it manually. Oh, wait a minute. I could be doing this. Left Alt, left Shift 2. Let's try that. Left Alt, left Shift 2. There we go. And then one goes that way. Alright. So about right there. Close to it. There we go. Oh, it's getting... Does it get foggy? We have low cloud cover. Trim the aircraft for level flight. And then go to the desired course using the CRS knob. Fly towards the selected TACAN station by receiving the aircraft, by keeping the aircraft on the directed course. In case of course deviation, the deviation bar will deflect to the side, in which you must turn towards to compensate for the deviation. So that's this guy right here. So this right here is the course we need to follow. We need to go that direction. If this starts drifting away from the center, we have to rotate that way in order to bring it back towards the center so we can stay on course. See, using the triangle in the HSI, which points to the selected TACAN beacon, you can also estimate related radio bearings by the difference between your current course and beacon bearing. The example shown on figure 4 shows a situation where the TACAN bearing differs from the course of 10 degrees. To return the aircraft back to course, you must adjust the current course using the following approach. Multiply the difference between the beacon bearing and the current course by 2, and turn 20 degrees towards the TACAN beacon. So not only am I have to make sure the aircraft doesn't crash into the ground, but I have to do math too. I don't even have a calculator. Alright, so basically it's saying if you deviate off by a certain degrees, then just double it as you deviate back the other way. I think I can interpret it as that. Alright, so I think that's way further down the line, so let's get this guy airborne. Flaps are to full. How's this guy? That's on. Dampeners are on. I think everything's okay. Okay, both tanks are exactly the same. Alright. Let's do this. Rotate. Okay, once we're at 1,000 feet, continue to climb at a 30-degree bank. So we are. So let's about right there. We need to make it up to an airspeed about 350. About 6,000 feet. Okay, we're going pretty slow here. Let's there we go. It needs to be 10 degrees. almost about 6,000 feet, so we'll level off right there. We'll bring the trim down, so we can have level flight. Okay, about right there. All right. All right, we're starting to pick up an airspeed, so I need to readjust the trim. All right, going a little too high, so let's bring it down just a little bit. And pull the throttle back just a little bit, so now we're about 350 knots. All right, you're still climbing. Why are you climbing? Let's bring it down. Bring it down. Okay, we're 1,000 feet off, guy. What are you doing? You're going too fast. Slow it down. Come on. Back up. Okay, eventually, that horizontal indicator right there. Oh, really? You're gonna have me do this in the air? All right, I need to have my trim set up right. Right there. Okay, 160. Left alt, left shift 3 and 4, 160. Alright, we're descending a little bit. Let's pull it up. Add some throttle speed. Okay. Come on, I'm trying to set the thing here. You're screwing me up, aircraft. Okay. Alright, readjust the trim. Throttle down and finish this off. So 116, right there. All right, there we go. Horizontal indicator line is starting to line up with the course. So we just need to maintain an altitude of 6,000 at 350 knots. And we'll be there probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be there a lot faster if we keep going too fast. Come on, stop with the... We're over 2,000... We're over 2,000 feet of how high we're supposed to be going, guy. You're overperforming here. There you go. Okay, we don't need to, but why don't we just turn our radar on standby? Okay, come on, I'm not quite on the course yet, so... Pretty nice out. A lot of overcast though. Which is why knowing how to fly with instruments is very important in this game. You can't always rely visually on everything. Your landmarks become obscured. You don't know which side you're facing. These can get ugly really quick. Alright, I'm still not... I don't know if I'm doing this right half the time. We'll just start going that direction. Still climbing. For beginning your descent, reduce speed to 300 knots. Distance of 14 miles from the TACAN. Begin descent with a vertical speed of 2,000 feet per minute at an altitude of 2,400 feet. Alright, so are we actually close? Let's take a look at the TACAN menu here. Okay, yeah, we're pretty close. There it is right there. So then we should be able to see it here. Where is it? Probably further up that way. Alright, we're a little high, but we can make adjustments. That's okay. Bring it back a little bit. Use the force. I'm trying to use the force. Where is it? It should be over here somewhere. Okay, let's take another look on our TACAN menu. I know it's cheating, but you know, I'm not great at this game, so I can cheat a little bit. There's the river right there, so it should be at that direction. Okay, so where's the river? There's the river. No, there's the river. That's it. So it should be around... Look at that move. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we're at about 6,000 feet, roughly around 300 knots, which is where we need to be. I think that's it. I think we found the airfield. Yep, that's it. Okay, now I forgot everything they instructed me on what to do about this, so I'm just going to fly off the seat of my pants and just base it off of gut instinct. So, hold on to your butts. Okay, I don't need this anymore. Okay, we're at roughly around 2,000 feet descending per minute, so roughly around 300 knots. We'll probably supposed to be going a little slower, but at this point I don't remember. Just as long as I can get... Where'd it go? Crap, I think I went too far. Or is that it? Is that it? No, it's just a river. I lost sight of it. Oh boy, I'm really far off. Alright, well. So it's more like over there. So I'm still descending. Let's check the overmap. Okay, so we're just making a long circuit. There it is. Right there. Gotta maintain a speed about 300 knots. Okay, we're at 24. I got a feeling we need to be way lower. This is way too high. There we go. Sorry, I've already done that. I'm already on my mark. Oh boy. I think I flew in way too, yeah. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. I'm too high. Alright, so I fly away the runway at a distance of 13 miles. Okay. 5 miles prior to this point, rotate the RCS knob set to a landing course of 268. Alright. I'm climbing, so I don't have to worry about crashing to the ground right now. That. Hit the wrong button. Need to go to 268. Okay, so about right there. At 4,500 feet, which is where I did not want to go, but okay, I want to start descending now. Man, it's hard to lose the airfield. How do you lose something that big? There it is. Alright. Let's slow down. Start descending. So let's trim the nose up so that way we can not struggle with the stick the whole time. Okay, so we're dropping about 2,000 feet a minute. Okay, should be about 4 miles from the glide path. Yep, we're roughly about there. So let's slow the aircraft down a bit. We're still going way too fast. Going way too fast. Ah, we're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna make this. This is way too fast. Way too high, way too fast. Yeah, this is way too high. Ah! Alright. Way too high, way too fast. Manually landing without advanced, like ILS, is still a chore. But if you can master it, you can land about anything. Alright, let's see if we can go out a little bit. Try not to go too high. Let's keep it roughly around 1,200 feet. About 300 knots. There. Alright, how's the exterior looking? Do I still have the air brakes on? Yes, I do. There we go. There's the airfield. Alright, let's see if I can do it from here. We'll dive down so we can bleed off all this, well, we're going to gain airspeed, but we're going to get rid of a lot of this, get rid of this altitude here. Flaps are at auto. Get them to full. Alright. Okay, so we're at about 1,000 feet, so. Come on, let's slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Down. Now we want to be going at a, yeah, I know. Alright, so let's try this out here. We want to have the, we don't want to have that fast of a vertical drop. So there you go, have it about, alright. Okay, parachute. ready? We did it. Now we just need a taxi. Alright, well we're not gonna stop here. We're gonna finish this, but I need to get rid of this parachute. Gonna go away? Ah. Oh. There we go. It's gone. There we go. Okay. Now it's completely gone. Alright, so let's bring up our knee pad. Where are we at now? I think we left from there. There's Batumi. Alright.
Infield 1, airborne.
Ah, we'll just find the correct we'll just go to an area and park there. They don't want us being there, they can tow us.
Infield 1, passing waypoint 2 at 150.
Okay, we'll park up next to that other F-5 right there.
Infield 1, passing waypoint 3 at 290.
Park. About right there. It's a little off, but I think we're okay. Whew. Alright, start turning everything off. This stuff is okay. Turn that off. Got pack and mode. Those don't need to be on. You're off. You're fine. We don't need the fuel pumps. Don't need the generators. And cage that. Cage last cage. Okay, I think that's it. Battery off. Why am I still hearing the engines? I turned everything off. Am I forgetting something? Batteries off. Fuel pumps off. There shouldn't be anything going on engines. Maybe the training doesn't exactly take into consideration the simulation aspect of engine management. Because yeah, that's still loud. That should be turned off, but oh well. We still did it anyway, so. Alright, well, thank you for joining me tonight, playing these really fun games in honor of our servicemen and women out there. Thank you for your service. And you all have the rest of your happy Veterans Day. See you next time.